welcome to Bible Study That Doesn't Suck. This is the farm edition. That's what I'm going to call it. And this is Dave. Dave's my stepdad, and this is his farm. And you're a legitimate farmer, right?
Yes.
So there's another parable about how, I guess it's supposed to be that, like, if people are bugging you, you let God figure it out rather than figuring it out yourself. But the parable, the story is that God just lets everything grow, the weed and the plant, and doesn't worry about getting rid of the weeds until harvest time. This is the parable. I know, it's a silly parable, right? So both the weeds and the plants grow together, and then at harvest time, the parable ends that the weeds get burned in their fiery death. But that's bad farming too, right?
Mm-hmm.
What would happen to a field if you just let all the weeds grow wherever they wanted to?
You wouldn't have much crop.
Is there like a reason for that? Does the weeds take the nutrients that the crop could have
Yeah.
gotten, or they
Like even right now, the corn is probably 3-4 inches tall,
Mm-hmm.
and some of these fields already you're starting to see the green. But when you start to see the green come, you better be getting it out of there, because I think by the time they said and every day you let it go, it just gets worse. But you'll have yield loss from the weeds. I've seen it where I actually had one farm out here when I went in there in the fall to plow it up. There was more weeds than what there was corn, or the stalks that are remaining. Yeah, there was. It actually, the weeds will choke the crop out.
Huh.
You'll end up with weeds and no crop.
So if we had a God that let the weeds grow next to the crop, then it's definitely not a worldview where you want everyone to do their best, because if you're letting the weeds remain too, then it makes it not possible for the good crop to do its best, right? We all kind of have to not do our best so that everybody can be in the same field. I don't know. That parable doesn't work so well.
It's kind of different. Very.
Alright. Doesn't hold up. Well, Jesus was a carpenter, so I think it's always funny. Whenever he tells farm stories, he usually gets them wrong. My favorite is there's a fig tree, and Jesus is really hungry, and he sees the fig tree, and he goes, "Oh, I would like some figs." But it's not the season when figs grow, so he gets really mad, and he makes sure that the fig tree dies because it didn't have any fruit when he wanted it. That's not very good farming.
Mm-mm.
I think the idea is like get on God's time or you're in trouble if you're a fig tree. But I do think it's helpful to know that Jesus might tell a lot of farm stories, but they might not be good farming.